Hello there, this is Crosshair Placements with And. Smiley face. What is crosshair placement? Crosshair placement is a term used for moving around your crosshair or aim around a map and on players. So here we go, aiming at a terrorist, aiming on a wall, aiming over bricks, aiming at another wall. That's what crosshair placement is. What to do? The commonly accepted way to do crosshair placement is to aim at head levels unless you have an op, because then you want to shoot at the body, which is a larger target, since you'll still get a one-hit kill. But for everything else, you want to be aiming at the head level, and you want to keep your crosshair approximately one crosshair width away from the wall. So one crosshair is A, you want to keep it 2A from the wall. But why, Hand Sensei? Well, so approximately, if you're running with an M4 or an AK, it's about 220 units per second, and the average human reaction time is approximately 0.25 seconds. So what ends up happening is that if a guy is sprinting at full speed around a corner, you end up having this magical teleport effect. People will say this is due to refresh rate of your monitor, or just FPS or lag in general. A lot of the time it's simply due to the fact that you physically can't react quick enough to register that there's someone running across your screen. So your brain hasn't got the signal yet. How to train crosshair placement? One thing you should do is retake servers for reaction time and aim maps for the head level. Now, reasons behind this is on aim maps. So you're playing an aim map and it's Mirage. This is B-site. The bomb is planted here. Beep beep. And you're playing bench or forest or whatever you would like to call it. And you know there is going to probably be a counter-terrorist around this corner, because your majority of the time, if you've planted B, someone will come from kitchen. What you don't want to be doing is aiming here, right? Because it's way too close to a wall. And if you do that, and the counter-terrorist sprints out at full speed, it's going to be over here. By the time you realise him, this is quite extreme, he won't be there, but your aim won't be on him when he appears for you. And then you have to move your crosshair from here to here. This isn't really optimal because you're having to do excess movement before you can even start shooting. So what would be much better is to simply put your crosshair here instead. So that if he shoots out, and even if I do for extreme again, and he shoots out all the way over here, even though if you're reacting that slow, maybe your crosshair placement isn't your problem with FPS games. But now you just have to move basically half the distance to get to here, which is, you'll be able to do it in half the amount of time, so then you can shoot twice as quickly. Twice is a lot. Things going up in a factor of 2 go very quickly to infinity, so this is a good thing. Second point about this crosshair placement. People say, well, what if he's slowly walking and say he's got something approximately about 120 units per second? And he's just walking really slowly around his corner, checking every angle, as sometimes you'll do if you're pushing into a bomb site and you're not really sure where the opponents are. This is also okay, because if he's really going slowly, you'll see maybe his arm, or maybe like the bow of his weapon, for like an op, for example. You'll see like the edge of your weapon. And then once you see this, you'll just move your crosshair from here to here, to the edge of a wall, so that the moment his head peeks around the corner, you can just go pew, ping, pew, headshot him straight away. Opposed to, in this scenario, holding it against here is completely fine, but half the time it's not, because half the time they won't be just walking around the corner and they'll be over here. So it's simply just more optimal just to keep your crosshair slightly away from a wall and about here-ish, I reckon. Second point on how to train is aim maps for like head level, getting used to like aiming up higher and higher and such. So most aim maps will simply just be a flat playing field with a few boxes and stuff, and you'll have terrorists here spawning all the time, repeatedly, and you'll have CTs here as well. Yeah. the majority of aim maps will be a lot of people on the server, and if you don't get an instant headshot, you'll die without getting a kill. So what does this force you to do? This forces you to get used to going out of cover, practicing your AD-ADing, which is movement, and counter-strafing, and get used to keeping your crosshair at a high level, so that when you move out of a corner, your first bullet, or second bullet, if you've not really counter-strafed properly, so you're still slowing down, or even your third bullet, will be a headshot. Pew, ping. And over a long while, this, getting used to actually aiming higher does take quite a lot of practice, but after a while, you will then be able to so consistently go out of a corner, instant headshot someone, and move on. One danger of crosshair maps is that obviously it's not exactly the same as a real map, because there's no real competitive map in Counter-Strike, which is just a completely flat field with a few boxes around. However, then you go back to the retake servers, and now with your improved aim, instead of aiming at this level, you're now aiming at, well, to be honest, that is about head level for Mirage, but for this purposes, say he's a very tall counter-terrorist. There's a glitch from Matrix, and he's spawned 3 meters tall. You've now gotten used to aiming higher. So what you can then do to further improve it is now start going for one taps, or double taps, if you're using an M4. This will then get you even more used to aiming at different angles and different flat places. So say if you're getting used to aiming in apps, and your aim's over here, you'll then start to learn positions about where people's heads will be. And if you're just going for one taps, you'll naturally just be thinking, oh, I need to get a headshot here, so you're going to be tapping, 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 and you'll just move your aim, you should get used to moving your aim towards your head to get for one shots, and to get headshots. That's how you can really improve it, and that's basically the basics of it, so thanks for watching.